So Shirley has another baby on the way.
She does have another baby, her third kid.
How is it going? How is she going to get hormonal and scary?
Shirley's already very scary when she's not hormonal, so it's going to get real rough for everybody. Yeah. Very rough.
We should fear her in the
Oh, you should
episode.
always fear her, yes. But yeah, Shirley gets very angry a few times, yeah.
And how, I mean, obviously she's kind of trying to distance herself from Chang as we go on.
Yeah, Chang is crazy. And, you know, everyone else is like, give Chang a chance, but Shirley's like, I could be carrying a half-crazy baby. She's not happy about that. And Kim Jong as a man is amazing. Chang is crazy. Yes.
I hear he's going to try and do some kind of out there things to prove that he could be a good father in the event.
He is. He's going to wear a ward cleaver sweater and smoke a pipe and try to show that he's worthy. But he's still crazy.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that would prove that he's worthy.
It proves he has a nice wardrobe.
And what can you tease about the episodes coming up at the end of the season?
A lot of adventure, a lot of fun, a lot of fights between group members, a lot of resolution of fights.
Off the record.
A lot of surprises.
Are we going to maybe see the baby, the delivery, the birth? Maybe
I can't say, but she definitely will have the baby before the season is out.
Good. And what was your favorite scene to shoot kind of in the episodes coming up that we haven't maybe seen air yet?
There's a big scene with Josh Holloway and all of us. I really enjoyed that.
A gangbang.
What can you tell us about working with the lovely
I can
Josh
tell you
Holloway?
that he's very attractive, he's very kind, very professional, and we'll talk about Lost as long as you need to talk about it, which score for me, because we all were Lost fans, so we were like, Josh, on the island, you know, and he was always game. Whenever we said he was game.
As we move towards the finale, Shirley is probably going to have a big problem coming up.
Right. And an upcoming episode in a couple of days shows that Chang is desperately trying to prove to Shirley that he can be a great father, and to very pitiful effect. And I think at the end of the season, you'll see a very great resolution, a very satisfactory and sweet resolution to the whole Chang-Shirley storyline, which I'm forever grateful for that storyline, because, you know, it really is. The writers have integrated me in the group more, and now, I may or may not have knocked up Shirley, and I'm now crashing in Winger's sofa. You know, I'm living. So it's really, I give the writers so much credit for, number one, kind of allowing me to do what I do comedically on this show and have it fit with the sensibility of their show, and I'm just so grateful for that.
What has been your most memorable scene from the episodes that haven't aired yet?
I can't tell you about it, but it is very provocative.
Give us something, Joel. Come on.
I might be holding a harpoon.
I see.
All right, that's no joke. Okay.
This is a reader's question. Who do you think Jeff should hook up with? Britta or Annie or both?
Wow. Sheesh. In Jeff's mind, pretty much anyone who's available.
Thank you.
All right.
Twitter question for you.
Oh, well, you're kidding. Twitter, what is it? Okay.
Who's going to win in a beatdown? You, Daniel Tosh, or Chris Harbaugh?
In a beatdown?
A beatdown of each other.
Oh boy, who's gonna win in a three-way? I'm gonna go with Chris Harbaugh. He's got the body fat percentage of like a squirrel. He's very wily. He can bounce all over the place. He's amazing.
Do you think we can expect a cameo from Slater again?
I hope so. Maybe. I don't know about this season, but yeah, she was great. Lawrence Demille, who was awesome and was really funny, and yeah, maybe she'll be back.
So what can you tease coming up for the Dean in the last few episodes of the season?
You'll see a lot of costumes from the Dean. Gaga was sort of the beginning, I think, at Halloween, and then that sort of unleashed in him a desire to show off what he calls his sister's outfits, which are suspect if the sister exists. And they got skimpier and skimpier as we went along, so you'll see a lot of body, my body. I don't know if that's what people want to see, but that's what you will. And then a lot of more bad choices.
Obviously.
A lot of decisions that end in mayhem.
I was going to say that might segue into, that there's a paintball kind of redux coming.
Yes.
How does that come about? And what was the Dean thinking?
Again, a bad decision based on the Dean. The best of intentions. He wanted to have a very innocent, quick game and safe game, and that's not what he got. And it's pretty instant. It honestly is what every great sequel should be, which is bigger, louder,
Getting called
better,
out on things.
and they do not disappoint. The writers knocked it out of the park, so it's really cool.
Do you think we'll ever see the Dean's home life, kind of his life outside the college?
I hope so. I've said that to Dan Harmon. I've said if no one else, can we build a set to look like the Dean's place, see what it looks like. I think it's probably very shady and dirty and sexual and mysterious.
Jeff on the wall.
A lot of Jeff on the wall, a lot of costumes, maybe even like some of Jeff's clothing.
Bits of hair.
He's made a doll, I'm sure, yes. Maybe a little Silence of the Lambs, I don't know. But all in good fun.
Of course. So I hear that maybe Britta might be working at a certain restaurant bar.
Oh, we do learn that Britta has a job, so we get to see that for the first time. And unsurprisingly, she is hated by her employer.
Oh. Does she have any aspirations for a better job, maybe? Or you think she's just...
She apparently has no goals, because she only has $200 in her bank account, and is like 2 months away from being evicted, and isn't really doing anything about it. So I don't know how ambitious she is. I wouldn't say ambitious is the first word that comes to mind with Britta Perry.
Josh Holloway also made an appearance. How was the experience? Did you work with him at all?
I did. It was wonderful. He's very handsome.
Yes.
I think all the men were very threatened by his presence on the set.
I can imagine.
Because he's got some bone structure that's pretty unparalleled. And he's a really nice guy. So that's sort of like too much in one person, right? You're not supposed to be handsome and nice. You're supposed to pick. But he hasn't.
Unfair.
I know.
Chevy.
A lot of people kind of loved Abed's strange romance. with,
Yeah.
Jim Bolas. Obviously, Eliza's on Happy Endings for ABC now,
is,
but
yep.
could there be a return?
I don't know. I'm open to it.
Yeah.
Eliza, I'm open to it. She knows. Update. Open to it. I think it makes sense. You know, Abed would be a really good target for CIA, and I've always thought of myself as sort of a friendly-looking threat.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not really a real threat, but I'm kind of a friendly threat, you know. So who knows? I like that we explored that possibility. It could return. Maybe it doesn't, you know. Then again, we're only 22 minutes. You know, it's a comedy show at 22 minutes and probably the funniest people that you've ever seen in terms of like Ken and Joel and Donald and Allison and Yvette. So I'm just happy anytime I get any story, you know. If I get a little bit of romance thrown my way, hey, sorry, even though I'm married, it's just acting.
And obviously, Abed has a birthday party coming up. What
Yeah.
can you tell us about the Pulp Fiction episode?
It's a very, very interesting episode. It's probably, in terms of like, for me as an actor, the most challenging episode I've done. So I can't give away too much about the episode because it's very, if I say what it's about, it basically gives away a lot of information. But I will say it's a tremendous acting episode. Joel is so great in it, and you'll see a lot of really good scenes. Like two-person scenes in that episode, which is really fun. The gang does throw a surprise birthday party for Abed. Pulp Fiction, of course, which is one of my favorite movies. The costumes are insane. You've probably seen them already on the internet. If you haven't, take a look at Yvette Nicole Brown's costume.
Yeah.
Enough said. So it kind of is one of those episodes that has a little bit of everything. It has the absurdity of the Pulp Fiction and the costumes, and we go big, but it also has some really, really grounded moments especially between Jeff Winger and Abed. Which I'm really excited about. And I've talked about it before, but it's directed by Richard Aida, and it was the first time he directed an episode here. He's a brilliant, brilliant guy who did the IT Crowd, and I'm excited to see how it turns out.
And you've wrapped the series now,
Yes.
the season. So what can you tease coming up for Abed, kind of coming into the finale?
The birthday episode is a big one for Abed. I think that you definitely start to see, you know, as the season's gone on, Abed's side adventures take a little bit more. You take a little bit more notice of all these things he's doing in the background, which I love because I do feel like sometimes you forget that these people have lives outside of, you know, the study group, you know. And I think that when we saw Troy's 21st birthday party, which is one of my favorite episodes, you really got to see how, wow, the outside world might think these guys are very strange, you know, when Abed starts trying to talk Farscape with another person. And so you start seeing a little bit more of that. Abed and some of the other characters kind of go outside a little bit more and starting to kind of grow in different ways. The finale is going to be incredible. It's a 2-part finale, which was incredibly challenging and super fun. And it's a return to paintball, which I think people will like. But it's very different from last year's paintball. So it'll be fun. Yeah.